Welcome to the DEFSEC 2023 podcast, sponsored by our good friends at Cisco. I'm Alan Dale. With me as always, Jerry Crouillard, Gale Force Winds. I want to tell you, we're here at the end of day one. What a buzz, what a day, what a great series of conversations that we've had. You organized it, you keep organizing, you're back every year. What were your thoughts after day one?
Just so pleased that not only do we have a record crowd and a record number of square feet used, those types of things, like it's good to grow. And it's a little easier to grow when you have a facility that's so world class. We've really taken advantage of that and used more of the space to people's advantage, adding things like the workshop series, adding more space to our B2B zone, being able to expand the floor, just another 10 or 15 booths kind of thing. And growth is wonderful. But I think the thing that's really key is the vibe.
Yeah.
You say end of day one. Yesterday felt like day one. So much business got done even before we opened the doors because people were in town. There was a couple of industry days happening here in the facility, then our reception last night, and we're off to the races. So today just feels like we're rolling along, and it's a very nice feeling, especially when it's a not-for-profit driven by volunteers and it has this type of response in the community. So we're pretty excited.
You know, it was great when it was in another venue. But this venue, like you're in the heart of the city, there's restaurants, there's a buzz around the event. That must really feel good.
Well, exactly. And when you take logistics for people's, the people are already traveling, so they're in airplanes and taxis and things like that. But if you have to go from your hotel and take a shuttle, we ran shuttles for years, down to the waterfront, and then is lunch going to be something they have a ticket for? Do I have to go back up to the city kind of thing? It's all here. We're right in the beating heart of the city, and you cross the street and you've got your choice of 40 restaurants. Your hotel is a block or two away, those types of things. It just makes all the logistics easier for that 3 or 4 nights that you're here. And so I think people are, at ease because of that, because there's one less hurdle to jump.
Yeah, great volunteers. The volunteers are fantastic. They're leaning into everything. You go without anything. Jerry and I setting up audio, visual lights. It's complicated business. Ours. We ask for anything, it's instantly done and in front of us. Where do you get these people?
I am continually awed at the generosity of individuals and of groups. My board of directors, my key volunteers, we're a staff of 3. And to this week, we're closer to 30. And the Rotary Club of Dartmouth came and stuffed all the bags, and they are doing access control, and they're watching, different gates for us. We have a gentleman upstairs who worked in he's Afghani. He worked in the Canadian Embassy in Kabul, worked for the Canadian Forces, was sponsored by the Rotary Club of Dartmouth to come over here in 2022. His family arrived. They were there for about 4 or 5 months after the Taliban takeover. He has 2 boys and 2 girls, all between ages of 4 and 9. Okay, they're in school over here in Halifax now. He's here volunteering, still giving to Canada. It's amazing. And he's part of this Rotary group. And at the end of the week, we'll write an honorarium check to the Rotary group and be thrilled to do it, because volunteerism is the heart of what we do. We're a not-for-profit, and that's how we survive. So we're just so blessed, and I'm actually in awe of people giving up their time that way.
What an amazing story.
It's
and that's just one, right?
Yeah,
and
just one.
All of these volunteers have a story. I mean, we've had Bud Streeter on, and Bud Streeter.
Speaking of the devil, there he goes.
Bud Streeter is one of the most connected guy in this room.
Hey, Bud.
Yeah.
And he's walking around as a volunteer.
He's the chair of our DEFSEC committee on our board of directors, and he's coming to dinner tonight. We have important clients to entertain. He and our chairman are all going to be there. More volunteer time tonight for those guys, and so they just keep on giving and giving because they can see the results for the community because of our event, and so that's what's exciting.
I tell you this, I'm looking forward to day 2. The conversation in the room is fantastic. Deals are being done. This team vigilance that's forming, bringing on partners, making announcements. It's incredible to watch all of this stuff play out right in front of our eyes.
Yeah, the announcements that people are planning here, the way the social media is being used to say, we're here, or made this connection, and so it's going beyond the 1,400 people that are here together. It's reaching out past that now. So the new tools that we have, like a podcast, and having partners like Cisco to make this a reality, that's what makes this thing really pop and bubble, and really points toward more growth in the future. And we've got the facility to grow in, so we're really excited.
Well, I can tell you that I know, and I can speak for Jerry here, but you know, we've done a lot of work with a lot of groups, but there's something special about this place. We like coming back here because we really enjoy the whole feeling that you get. It's like a family. You're welcomed here, and I think that's why people come. Day 2 tomorrow, what are you most excited about?
Well, I think to see people get, you know, the renewals for next year, because I want to get those sales underway, because I will be spending a lot of tomorrow planning for next year. But at the same time, I think that to see the folks come out, and it's the first timers who say, I'm glad I came. That's what's great. It's having the companies that have been with us, like we're about to run upstairs to the hour of Lockheed Martin's Hour of Good Cheer. The 16th year in a row they've been the sponsor. They stuck with us when we were small and different, and now that we're larger and, you know, more professional and more worldwide and all those types of things, they're still here with us. And, you know, take those veterans along with the newcomers, and they're all feeling the same kind of energy. I think that's the kind of thing we wrap up with tomorrow, and it's very exciting to be a part of it.
You know, I can tell one more story about a great DEFSEC win. And I remember a couple years ago, you and I were walking down a sidewalk talking to a Scottish gentleman, and he was a bit lost, and he was going to a trade show, and we told him about your trade show, and I just walked away and handed him over to you. He came to one of your trade shows last year, to this trade show last year, liked it so much. This year he has the biggest display booth up in the concourse, right? And of course, I'm
big
talking
40-foot container,
a 40-foot container. I'm talking about barrier, right? They saw the value in it instantly and wanted to be back.
Yeah, they're a sponsor. They've recognized that this is a place where business gets done. It's a B2B style show. They can make connections that are coast to coast.
Right. Well, if you're not at DEFSEC, you should be at DEFSEC because it's a great event. Thanks very much. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow.
Thanks for a great day, guys.